Hi, I'm Liam and welcome to my channel. Today I'm drawing the thumbnail and I'm going to be talking about my OCs because I like my OCs. OCs are cool. Please talk about your OCs in the comments. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. So my OCs that I'm going to be talking about today are Jamie and Noah. And yeah, I really like them a lot. They're based off of Minecraft YouTubers, I do have to say, but they're so loosely based off of them that it's just not the same. So, yeah. Noah's a really chill dude. He's based off of Impulse SV from Third Life specifically, and him being a traitor. Spoilers, sorry, but it's like a 3-year-old series. I hope you don't care that much. I have a bunch of notes down for all the characters, and one of them is chill dude that Loki don't give a fuck. So that's an old dead meme. He's most of the stories that he's in, he's kind of this weird, like, traitor almost that is friends with both sides of some form of war or like fight or something, and it's gone from various different stories, from him being in a like rebellion and a government, between a rebellion and a government. There's one where he is with superheroes and supervillains, and I do revisit that in my most recent story, Kaboom, that I'm making. He has an adopted daughter that is also kind of the child of a supervillain. Yeah, I'm still working on that, so I'll talk about it a little bit more when I actually develop the story more. And Noah's whole thing is that he's very friendly with everyone, and I mean everyone, and is usually good friends with Jamie. Some of his stories, he does kill someone, so that's fun. He doesn't usually do it out of anger or like malice, but more of just protection of the people around him or himself. He is, one of my favorite lines that I've ever written for him is one of the characters going, I don't know if he's lying or not. So that's always fun. I really like Noah. He's really fun. He's really fun to draw. I added his man bun actually really recently. Some old art I'll throw on screen right here. He used to have a lot more similar hair and stuff to like Impulse, or how I drew Impulse SV. His color palette is also slightly based off of Impulse, but he mainly is his own thing. I've changed his design so much that it's just not fan art of a character anymore. It is just straight up my own character. And not to toot my own horn, but I think he looks pretty cool. I would become friends with him. My next character is Jamie, who is also based off of a Minecraft YouTuber, but we don't really talk about that because he's just so far and more damaged than Noah is. So we have a lot of we do a little bit of trolling here. Stupid. He used to kind of be sort of similar to Noah with his whole having a bunch of friends thing. And he is friendly with people, but he isn't really close to people except like a really few amounts of people. Usually like the boss of of the side he's on. He has a really strong sense of justice and makes decisions on people very fast. So he's very dependent on first impressions. Like with this one character, him, he immediately sees him and goes, ew, this guy's creepy. I've written the interaction between him and Noah and Jamie multiple times, and I love it every time because I get to write manipulation, not of Jamie just kind of getting traumatized, and that's always kind of fun to write because it digs into the character a little bit. Jamie's a good person. He doesn't really care for himself that much, but he is a good person. He's sort of based on me. He has very few friends, but he holds on to them very dearly. Yeah, he's mainly built off of my insecurities, which is a theme. Most of the characters that I like writing are usually based off of my fears or my insecurities, and that's always interesting because I get to conquer them or something all the time. Yeah. The current story I have for both Noah and Jamie right now, is this story called Kaboom, which I'll talk about more in a different video. But it's basically about a superhero world. Jamie is going to be works at a comic book store and doesn't really like the superheroes because, who the fuck wants to work at a comic book store when everyone's like fighting crime and then like actual heroes exist? So he's going a little bit out of business. But Noah appears and shows some secrets when they have to move in together. It's all in really rough drafts right now. There was even another character that I haven't fully fleshed out yet named Ellie, who is my little darling girl. She's so cute. I love her. But these two are pretty much cooked in the oven for a little bit. I will develop Jamie's story a little bit more, but yeah.